So I am discussing about your different test on uh, pavement or in bitumen. So in last session I am discussing about your bitumen and tar. So what are the basic differences between bitumen and tar? So black or dark colored solid is your bitumen, and also I am saying that bitumen is obtained from your fractional distillation of your crude petroleum or naturally uh, or uh, or different type of your petroleum product when the distillation of your Tej crude petroleum oil or fractional distillation of Tej crude petroleum oil will taking place, then your bitumen will obtained. Next is your coal tar. So I'm telling that your coal tar will be obtained from your destructive distillation of coal. So I discuss all the things. Next is your bitumen. So bitumen is your accident binding. Bitumen has your accident binding property, good waterproofing surfaces. Tar has highly temperature susceptibility, and it has uh, highly temperature susceptible, and your bitumen is low temperature susceptible. I also telling that your bitumen has low carbon content, but your tar has much carbon content. So tar is couch pollutants, or if we burn tar, then many pollutants will be obtained. Next is your poor adhesion in presence of water. So basically, if tar we use as your patching material or your uh, binding material, then poor adhesion between your aggregates and with poor adhesion with aggregate will be taking place when we use tar. So generally we do not use So I am telling that if tar have poor adhesion with your aggregate, so basically our asphalt, bitumen, and tar are hydrocarbons. These are termed as your bituminous material. So asphalts and bitumen product are and asphalt and bitumen are your petroleum product, whereas tar is your dark color product collected from destructive distillation of organic substance like your coal. So I'm saying all these things or telling all these things. So these material have been using since the Indian Valley civilization period, or very from very ancient period we use these materials. So they are preferred very much in building and road construction. So when time came, I'm discussing about next material, that is your asphalt. So asphalt is basically defined as a mixture of bitumen as binding material with a substantial proportion of inert material like sand, gravel, and crushed stone. It is blackish brown in color, available in a solid state at low temperature and in liquid form from 50 degrees Celsius. So don't worry, I'm telling you about this thing also. So bitumen defined as ASTM. So bitumen is hydrocarbon material of either natural or paragenous origin, found in gaseous, liquid, semi-solid or solid form, and is completely soluble in carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride. So from STM point of view, STM, so STM define your bitumen as bitumen is your hydrocarbon. So bitumen is a hydrocarbon material of either natural or pyrogenous origin, found in gaseous, liquid, semi-solid or solid form, and is completely soluble in carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride. So ASTM is formally known as American Society for Testing and Material. So this ASTM, so I am writing here that this ASTM, what do you mean like ASTM? Because many places you find this name. So ASTM. ASTM. STM. What is your American Society of what is your American 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 Society of CIETY American Society of sorry American Society of not of here it is for American Society for American Society for Testing and Materials. For testing and so it is American Society for Testing and Material. So ASTM internationally known as your American Society for Testing and Material, it is an international standard organization that develop and publishes census technical standard for a wide range of material product system and services. So it serving it headquarter is in US. So basically you must know that this ASTM define our bitumen as bitumen is your I think bitumen defined as bitumen is a hydrocarbon material of either natural or pyrogenous origin found in gaseous, liquid, semi-solid or solid form and is completely soluble in carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride. Next is your uh, bitumen intro. So definition at normal range of temperature, semi-solid state when heated, viscosity decreases for construction of pavement heated from 130 to 175 degrees Celsius. Mixing with aggregate at higher temperature, hot bituminous mix, and mixing with aggregate at low or normal temperature, cold bituminous mix. So basically, these are all about your bitumen. We have defined our bitumen as it is obtained from your fractional distillation of petroleum product. Also, ASTM defined as bitumen is a hydrocarbon material of either natural or pyrogenous origin found in gaseous, liquid, semi-solid or solid form and is completely soluble in carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride. So at normal range of temperature, it behave as semi-solid state. When heated, its viscosity will be decreases. So it will be heated uh, with a temperature more than 150 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Celsius. It its viscosity will decrease or its behave like a liquid. For basically for construction of pavement, generally we use bitumen. So that bitumen is heated at a temperature of 130 to 175 degree Celsius. When it is mixing with aggregate at higher temperature, hot bituminous mix will be obtained. So mixing with aggregate at low or normal temperature, cold bituminous mix will be obtained. Next is your grades of bitumen. So bitumens can be majorly classified into two types. One is your paving grade bitumen and another is your industrial grade bitumen. So paving grade bitumen used for construction of road and airfields. Next is your industrial grade bitumen. So we have basically classified our bitumen into two types. One is your paving mm, paving grade bitumen and another is your industrial grade bitumen. So Pentosan grade bitumen is also known as your paving grade bitumen. So Pentosan grade bitumen is a standard bitumen usually used as a paving grade bitumen, especially or essential for road construction and for the production of asphalt pavements with superior property. And it is very important once it found the aggregate and creates a unique cohesion and stability to your bituminous mixes. So what we see, the Pentrason grade bitumen is refinery bitumen that is manufactured at different viscosity. So the Pentrason test is carried out to characterize the bitumen based on the hardness. Thus, it has the name Pentrason bitumen. The Pentrason bitumen grade ranging from 50 to 450 for road bitumen, but for the most commonly used range, it is used in the range of 25 to 200. So this is acquired by controlling the test carried out, that means the distillation process. Next, the partial control of fluxing the residual bitumen with the vials can help in bringing the required hardness. So the Pentrason grade bitumen is a standard bitumen usually used as your paving grade bitumen. So you just remember this thing, that this paving grade bitumen, here penetration grade bitumen, penetration penetration grade bitumen, penetration grade bitumen is your standard bitumen used as a your paving grade bitumen. So penetration grade bitumen is generally used as your paving grade bitumen, essential for road construction and for the production of asphalt pavement with superior properties. And it is very important once it bonds the aggregate and creates a unique cohesion and stability to the bituminous mix. So this grade of bitumen is mainly used in the manufacture of hot mix asphalt for bases and bearing courses. So Pentrason grade bitumen supplied by RBIT Corporation is a petroleum grade bitumen manufactured from fractional or vacuum distillation of crude oil. So the bitumen supplied by RABIT is produced from the vacuum residue. Next, I discuss these all things. What do you mean by Pentrason grade bitumen? When your theory part is came, and then we discuss about your highway material. So don't worry. Next is your types. So basically, first type is your paving grade bitumen. Next is your modified bitumen binder. Next is your cutback bitumen. Next is your emulsion bitumen. So we have, I'm saying that paving grade bitumen. So Pentrason grade bitumen is used as your paving grade bitumen. Next is your modified bitumen binder. So by changing heat process, we just get this type of bitumen. But your cutback bitumen and bitumen emulsion are two different type of bitumen. So I am discussing this bitumen one by one. So what do you mean by cutback bitumen? So cutback bitumen. So here you see, here we have different type of bitumen. So here we have different type of bitumen. We have cutback bitumen. We have cut back bitumen. Cutback bitumen. Cutback bitumen. So this cutback bitumen is a petroleum product produced by diluting bitumen in a petroleum hydrocarbon. So, in if bitumen is kept in your kerosene, then your cutback bitumen is formed. So the aim is here to decrease the viscosity and to increase the penetration of bitumen on asphalt surface. So when once your solvent is evaporated, the remaining bitumen equals with penetration bitumen in terms of your hardness. So where cutback bitumen is used, so cutback bitumen, so you here keep more focus because this cutback bitumen is very important. So here I am writing your another type of bitumen, that is your cutback bitumen. Cutback bitumen. Cutback bitumen. So this cutback bitumen is is a petroleum product produced by diluting bitumen in a petroleum hydrocarbon. So this is obtained when your bitumen is diluted with your kerosene or your hydrocarbons. So when bitumen when your bitumen is added with when your bitumen is added with your hydrocarbons, that means kerosene, we get your cutback bitumen. So this cutback bitumen is used for cold weather bituminous road construction and maintenance. So uh, the cutback bitumen used for the preparation of or the uh, I think solvent that are used for preparation of cutback bitumen are naphtha, kerosene, diesel oil, furnace oil. So when mm, your this kerosene is not present, then you add in bitumen certain other certain other hydrocarbons, that is your naphtha, that is your diesel oil and furnace oil. So for making cutback bitumen, you make take help of mm, these things also. So there are different type of cutback bitumen like rapid curing, medium curing and slow curing. So this cutback bitumen is also bifurcated into different group or different types. So we have different type of our cutback bitumen. One of the cutback bitumen is your RC, that means rapid curing. Rapid curing cutback bitumen, RC. Next is your medium curing, MC. Next is your MC, and next is your SC, that means slow curing. So basically these are different type of our cutback bitumen. So I discuss all these things in detail in due course of time. So don't worry. Next is your bitumen emulsion. So what do you mean by bitumen emulsion? Basically bitumen emulsion is also a different type of uh, thing. So bitumen emulsion is a mixture of fine droplet of bitumen and water. But as the bitumen is a petroleum product, it does not mix with the water because bitumen is your petroleum product, and if you feel when you put a certain amount of petrol or diesel in water, you feel that will form a scum or they float over the water surfaces. So bitumen emulsion is a mixture of fine droplets of bitumen and water, but as the bitumen is a petroleum product, it does not mix with water, and as it is sticky in nature, it does not easily get disintegrate into fine droplet. So where this bitumen emulsion is used. So bitumen emulsion are widely used in pavement preservation techniques such as chip seal, fog seal, and micro surfacing, which look to maintain the surface property of road while preserving the structural layer beneath. How this bitumen emulsion will made? So basically, this bitumen emulsion will made when Hot asphalt is mixed with the water and your emulsifier in a high speed mixture called a collider mill. The combination of the soap and high shear breaks the asphalt up into small droplets which remain dispersed in the water. So basically, we have more differences between bitumen and emulsion. So bitumen and emulsion are not same thing; they are different things. So when materials or bitumens are heated to 150 degrees Celsius only one time during the production process of bitumen emulsion, and there is usually no need to heat it during storage, transportation, and paving. But due to the viscosity of cut-off bitumen is more than bitumen emulsion, once had to add kerosene or gasoline to reduce the viscosity. So these are quite obvious things. So bitumen emulsion, I'm saying that bitumen emulsion is a liquefied type of bitumen with a low viscosity. Bitumen emulsion have also low viscosity at that of your cut bitumen. So by dispersing bitumen water and adding an emulsifier, ordinary bitumen turns into your bitumen emulsion. We have different type of bitumen emulsion also. So I discuss one by one these all the things in the course of time. So what do you mean by cut bitumen? I'm already saying to have fluid consistency at normal temperature with low heating, cut bitumen is used. So dilution of paving grade in volatile solvent, kerosene, light fuel oil, etc. and hardening rate depend upon the grade and characteristic of bitumen and solvent. So I'm saying that this cut bitumen is made from your bitumen and solvent. Different types of solvent we use during cut bitumen preparation. We have three type of our cut bitumen. One is rapid curing, medium curing, and slow curing. So here it is not SS, it is SC. It is SC, slow curing. So here it is SC, slow curing. This is your rapid curing. This is your rapid curing. This is your, I think, medium curing, and this is your slow curing. Next, cutback bitumen. Next, cutback bitumen. Here this RC, that means rapid cooling, is recommended for surface dressing and patchwork. So basically, rapid cooling we use during our surface dressing and patchwork. So if if the top surface of your bitumen, if the top surface of bitumen is as like a potholes, or if your this is a potholes that will generally seen in road. So this rapid curing, that means here cutback bitumen is used, and the type of cutback bitumen we use here is rapid curing. So this rapid curing is recommended for surface dressing and patchwork. Next is your MC, that means your medium curing. So medium curing is recommended for premix with less quantity of fine aggregates. This surface curing, this SC, that means surface curing. This surface curing is used for premix with appreciable quantity of your fine aggregates. So these are all about your cutback bitumen. So next is your modified bitumen binders. So just see here, modified bitumen binders. So what do you mean by modified bitumen binders? So to improve the property of bitumen, here bitumen, modified bitumen binder is used to improve the property of bitumen. Here additives are to be mixed. Next is polymer modified bitumen is used only in bearing coats depending on the severity of climatic and weather condition. So we just modify our bitumen with polymer. So polymer modified bitumen is also used only in bearing coats depending on the severity of climatic and weather condition. Next, different additives are used. Different additives are to be used. Next is advantage of your modified bitumen. So what are the advantage of your modified bitumen? So first advantage of your modified bitumen is lower susceptibility to daily and seasonal temperature variation. So we have seen that bitumen have less carbon content. It is less temperature susceptible. So lower susceptibility to daily and seasonal temperature variation. We uh, we just take an advantage uh, of this modified bitumen. Next is higher resistance to deformation at high pavement temperature. Next is our better age resistance property. Next is our higher fatigue life for mixes. Next is our better adhesion between aggregates and binders. So these all are different advantage of our modified bitumen. Next is prevention of cracking and so sorry. I think due to some call I mute myself. So next, I think I'm discussing here. It has higher resistance to deformation at high pavement temperature. Next is it has better age. It has better age resistance property, higher fatigue life for mixes, and better adhesion between aggregates and binder, and prevention of cracking and relative reflective cracking. So these are all advantage of modified bitumen. Next, next we're discussing about function of binders. So basically we have different binders. So these are different functions of our binders. So what are the functions of binder? You have to keep all these points in your mind. Function of binder. So used in surface course, you know you have this. If your pavement, we have first first layer is your surface course. Next, second layer is your base course. So this is your base course, this is your sub base course, this is your sub base course, sub base course, this is your mm, subgrade SG. So binders, basically we use binder on top layer. You see on this is the depth wide variation of your pavement. So first is your surface course, next one is your base course, next one is your sub base course, next one is your grade, and last one is your surface grade. So here we have our soil strata or soil uh, mm, soil sample, or basically soil hard strata. So binder is using surface course. So this is basically our binder, and it will be used as top layer of our pavement, which is your surface course. Used in base course depending upon traffic. So it may be used in base course because if we know the traffic is very high for this particular road section, or for for this stretch of road, so we use binder for binding our aggregate up to our base course also. So here we also use our this binder in base course used in preparation of mixes. So basically we know when we use binder as preparation of mixes. Our mix will blend mm, with with a uniformity. So we generally use binder as a preparation of mixes. Used as prime coat over granule base course. It is used as a prime coat uh, over our granule base course. Used in soil stabilization. It is binder is used in soil stabilization. Next, sealer material for filling joints, cracking in CC pavement. That means cement concrete pavement. Here CC pavement means your cement concrete pavement. So this is your cement concrete pavement. CC pavement is your cement concrete pavement. Cement concrete pavement. If you are talking about cement concrete pavement, basically in cement concrete pavement only we have three layers. Topmost layer is your surface course, next one is your sub base, or last one is your surface course. We do not use base course in our CC pavement. Next is your next next is your requirements. So what are the requirements of our this type of pavement material? So adequate viscosity, heating bitumen and aggregate will provide us adequate viscosity. Also cutback bitumen have adequate viscosity, or in cutback bitumen the viscosity of your bitumen will drop drastically. Also emulsion or bitumen emulsion is used, which have also very low viscosity. Next is sufficiently viscous on cooling, compact surface with no deformation. Next is form thin film around aggregates, sufficiently ductility. Next is your temperature susceptibility, adhesion with aggregate in presence of water, affinity between materials used in the mixture. So these are all the requirements of our pavement material. Next, what the various tests performed on our bitumen. So I already said in first session that we have different tests which we perform on our uh, bitumen. So first test is your penetration test. So what do you mean by penetration test, and how penetration test will be to be I think performed in bitumen. I already discussed, or I discussed in due course. So penetration test of bitumen. So what we do in this test, basically penetration test of bitumen. Here this is our first test. So what we do in penetration test? So in penetration test of bitumen, we determines the hardness or softness of bitumen by measuring the depth in only millimeter to which a standard loaded needle with penetrate vertically in 5 seconds. So what are the different tests which perform on bitumen is different type of test. One of the test is penetration, next is your ductility test, next one is your softening point test, next one is your specific gravity test, next one is your viscosity test, next one is your flash and fire point test, next one is your float test, next one is your water content test, next one is your loss on heating test. So basically these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 type of test we perform on our bitumen. So one by one we discuss each the test in detail. So don't worry. Our first test is penetration test. So I am already telling that this penetration test of bitumen determines the hardness or softness of bitumen by measuring the depth in millimeter to which a standard loaded needle with will penetrate vertically in 5 seconds. While the temperature of bitumen sample is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius, this test is applied almost exclusively to bitumen. So basically, this penetration test is used to measure the consistency of bitumen so that they can be classified into standard grades. So, greater value of penetration indicates softer consistency, and generally higher penetration bitumen. That means if the penetration value of bitumen is higher, is preferred for use in cold climate, and smaller penetration bitumen is used in hot climate area. So how we categorize this penetration bitumen as higher penetration bitumen, and how we categorize our bitumen as your smaller penetration bitumen value I tell you all in due course of time. So just see here first test, that is your penetration test. So this is the first test, penetration test. So penetration test measures hardness or softness of bitumen, measures penetration depth in tenth of a millimeter to which a standard loaded, to which a standard loaded, to which a standard loaded needle will penetrate in 5 seconds. So here bitumen penetration test measures the hardness or softness of bitumen. It measures the penetration of our bitumen in depth in tenth of a millimeter to which a standard loaded needle will penetrate in 5 seconds. The standard equipment use standard uh, standard equipment usage BIS, Bureau of Indian Standard, we already know. So next, the equipment uses tentrometer devices consisting a needle weight of 100 gram device for releasing and locking position. So this is your penetration test setup. Penetration test setup. This is the rough diagram of your penetration test. So penetration test of bitumen basically determines, I already said that penetration test of bitumen determines the hardness or softness of bitumen by measuring the depth in millimeter to which a standard loaded needle will penetrate vertically in 5 seconds, while the temperature of bitumen sample is maintained at your uh, 25 degree Celsius. So our first test is, so just wait, our first test is penetration test. So vitamin test, our first test is penetration test. First is your penetration test. So penetration test of bitumen determine the hardness or softness of bitumen by measuring the depth in millimeter to which a standard loaded bitumen um, standard loaded needle will penetrate vertically in 5 seconds, while the temperature of the bitumen sample is maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. So also the penetration test of bitumen is used to measure the consistency of bitumen. So one thing you all kept in mind that penetration test of bitumen is used to measure the consistency of bitumen. So this is very important point because in many examination it is asked that consistency of bitumen is measured with the help of. So consistency CONSISTENCY, consistency of bitumen 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 will be measured with your penetration test. So penetration test of bitumen is used to measure the consistency of bitumen. This test is applied almost exclusively to bitumen. For tars, cutbacks, and emulsion, other consistency tests are used. So this penetration test is almost applied on your only almost 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 applied on almost applied on bitumen. but for tar, cutback and emulsion, other consistency tests are used. So equipment for penetration tester. So a penetrometer consisting of a needle assembly with a total weight of 100 gram and a device for releasing and locking needle in any position to read the penetration value. A graded dial is attached or attached in your penetration test. So penetration value can be read with this dial up to 0.5 mm accuracy. So I am saying that